Listen, I said.
Come on, bitch. You know we supposed to be doing. Stop playing.
God said no weapons formed against us shall prosper. He ain't say no weapons wasn't gonna be formed against us. He just said they shall not prosper. So I see them little water guns and all of that.
Yeah, I see little water guns and all of that. You know what I mean? He said that they were not prosper.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Anna.
You already know this Kilo.
We got a very special guest today. We want you to introduce yourself.
Hi. Hi, I'm Mo. Stage name BL Shirelle. That's what they call me now. I got a new name, y'all. I'm BL,
Right, because
I'm
wasn't
BL
it crack
Shirelle.
baby when we was little?
And it's still some. I'll be making songs and I'll
Still say
at
it.
the beginning. I'll say crack baby, so you know, like
Right, it's you.
it's Woodstock, yeah. But I'm BL Shirelle in corporate world now.
Okay,
Okay,
BL
I like that look
Shirelle.
for you though. I like that. I like that transition.
Say what's up to BL Shirelle, y'all.
And we got time and we knew each other for like years, for a long time. Since I was a little girl and I
Yeah,
was
like 20 something, right?
I was nice my whole life, but she said I was bad and stuff.
Yo, sickening, dog. Fucking
Kilo was the villain.
It's
I
sickening.
really was not.
You used to just run your mouth all the time.
Like she
Like
do now, y'all.
You
They know.
What? You know what? You
They
spoke,
fucking
you know.
know.
What it was? You know what it was? You spoke for the group. That's what it was. You would say shit that everybody kind of thinking, but you the one that's gonna say it. Oh, bitch,
Right.
you want to say it. Because I know other niggas thinking it, but they ain't saying it.
No cap
So
though.
I'm not
No
gonna
cap.
bother them.
That's really my person. Because I'm not really confrontational. I'll finish shit, but I don't like starting shit.
Right.
That's the person when I really want to start some shit, I get her to do it.
Yeah, that's what it was. And,
She gonna say it for me.
Ain't shit.
You know what else? You know what intensified it? Because it did get intensified, I think.
What, nigga?
What intensified it was I felt like you was the one in the group that would make it harder for me and my girl, because you was my girl like friend.
Right, okay.
So like you was the one that was talking. You was gonna speak and make her think rationally and not just think in love.
Oh,
So it's like you
that's
the one
what it
that's,
was.
like,
Okay.
That too. Like
right.
it was on top. It was like
all
added
that.
on.
no, I know. I hear that a lot. So basically,
Is this
you
my
didn't
bitch?
like that I had a mind of my own, and I would try to tell my friends the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's
That's fucked up. That is so fucked
Yeah, when it
up.
come to
Typical nigga shit.
Listen. No, if it's like my sister or like, you know what I mean? So I love you as a sister, but just as my bitch friend, that's different.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You making my life harder. That's all you're doing. Like bitch.
No, you was making that shit harder, but I'm probably doing
Yes.
shit.
Like what? Sometimes
Yeah,
people need a logical thinker around.
But we was young. That was the time to do dumb shit.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, because I definitely don't think now that I'm older,
No.
I don't think relationships is for young people.
Yeah,
That's the time you're really supposed to be out experiencing
Right.
shit, doing shit, not trying to be tied down with one person.
Yeah,
Right.
I was
But it's yeah, but when you feeling that time at the time, when you feeling how you feeling, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Cause y'all was your thing was you wanted to have all them fucking bitches. That was your problem. When we used to always peep like, yo, I was always on the block. We ain't gonna say her name, you know I used to call her.
Wait, who?
Wait, P. Pauly.
I don't know these people, y'all. So can y'all fill me in? Because I feel so out the loop.
So when I was in like 7th grade, I met this like older girl. She was older, right? She was like,
Wait, what you name this fucking lady?
First of all, I was the only out person in my whole school in middle school.
You was the only out person in the world, it felt like. Real shit. Like, you ain't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I was doing your thing. You was like the first, you was the reason why I learned what a butch was.
Yeah,
Real
I was
shit.
I didn't know at the time. But people that like knew us but didn't really know me. I was like the dyke in the neighborhood. Like if anybody said, yo, I didn't think of myself as that. You know what I'm saying? But that was what people, you know.
Like if motherfucker said, yo, where the dyke joint at with the beard coming in, everybody knew it was you. Real shit. Real shit.
Yeah. They didn't even have to say with the beard is what I'm finding out.
Like,
They just be like the dyke joint. They be like the
Right.
dyke joint and it was like, oh, they knew that they were talking about me.
Because even thinking about it, like when it wasn't all that terminology back then.
That was out. The
dyke was out, but all the other shit that they got going on now, like it wasn't all that other shit going on. No. But I remember when I was growing up, for sure, it was only like probably one, and this was in high school because there wasn't no out gay people like in middle school and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It was only like one out person.
One out person.
No, real shit. And he wasn't even like out to the world. He was just out to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like so.
No, I was out. So the girl, she was like an older bitch. She was like 23 or 24 or something like that.
Right.
I was in 7th grade, and you know, whatever.
Oh my God, I had.
She was. You know what? You know who she was in my life. See, y'all not gay, so you don't know. But like as a when you grow up gay, right? Especially if you like a dyke, you don't really know like what's going on. You just know like you boyish, you like girls, you be a little bit confused.
Right.
So when you go into having sex with girls, you don't really know what to do, right? Because you think you're supposed to be like a boy or whatever.
Right.
She was the old bitch that came in like, nah, I'm a lesbian. I like pussy, bitch. Like, yeah.
Right.
So like I started.
So she turned you out.
I became more of an adult, like sexually. No, for real, because dykes be touching me nuts and shit. They don't They don't be comfortable with their bodies.
Yeah, and they don't want to be.
It's like this.
So you not touching me now. If a bitch want to eat that pussy, she eat that pussy.
Girl, what?
Oh, all right.
You
okay.
fucking right. I'm getting my shit ate from the back, all that.
Period.
Would you get your ass ate though?
Yes,
oh,
I'm getting my ass ate. Yes.
Oh, like, and your titty sucked.
Yes.
Y'all freaked out. She talking about
these is the parts on my body. Like,
you know right.
But
I mean, cause all the shit feel good. So I mean, I get it.
Every gay young black stud needs that person in their life, that old head that come in contact. Not saying do no illegal shit, because that was illegal.
Right.
But I'm saying like a more adult, gay person to come in.
Let you know that you know how to go. Yeah, like it's okay.
Otherwise,
and to be comfortable with your body, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, you be fucked up out here.
Right.
Y'all freaky. I ain't mad at y'all though. I ain't mad.
Did you get your ass ate?
I do. It's quite great. It's quite all right. No, but I don't see that's where people get it mixed up, because I do too, because I would think like, okay, because you tend to dress like a guy more than a female, and guys really don't get their butt ate that much. That's why I was expecting you to say no, but then I gotta remember, you still kind of don't get the look twisted. She still act like a bitch at heart.
Yeah, I'm a woman. That's all I am.
Like certain shit, you could tell. Like
I'm a woman. I dress how I dress. That's all.
Right, because you feel comfortable, right?
And that was before I started growing a beard. Right. I dressed like that, so it's not like my beard came in and then I was like, ooh.
Right.
So that's always kind of who I was.
Right, you like one of the first people I ever seen in a dickie. Like I learned a lot of shit from you. You ain't even realize. Yeah, like trap mommy.
I got a book one time. The paperwork came. That shit said when they raided my crib. That shit every day it said so dirty and trifling. It said December 1st or whatever. We spotted Defendant Mall in a red dickie. Blah 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 blah. December 2nd, we spotted in Defendant Mall in a red dickie. We spotted Bill Mall in a red dickie. I said, what the fuck? I want this shit every fucking day.
Apparently.
And the crazy thing is, it'd be like the first day you wear it, it's like a fresh, brand new joint, and then it's like now I'm not taking it off for like a week, and then I get a new one, and I do that for a week. Like I really remember that shit.
Yeah, that shit was nasty.
That was the code though for a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was
especially when you was trapping, like motherfuckers were changing their clothes.
And Woodstock popping.
I used to be, I was out there all day.
Yo, listen, don't I fucking know? In the snow. In the fucking heat, I remember being little ass kids, we be all outside and shit, and you trapping and we just keeping your ass company. Like what the fuck? We knew all the crackheads' names and shit. Remember Nike and fucking.
Speaking of all the crackheads' names, that's why I wanted to rumble you, cause you slipped my fucking player tires. That's the time. Listen, she be making it seem like I'm this bully and all this shit, right?
I was about to
come on, let's hear the story. I want to hear the story, y'all. Story time.
The reason why I had to almost rumble you as my young boy, because Kilo was my young boy. I fucked with her. But I got a player that come over there. he be over there for like 4 or 5 days at a time, and he be running it up. He run up like 20,000 in the crib, just him in like 3 days. His wife comes, she always make a scene, you know what I mean, and then that's it. And then he come back a couple months later. So he's a big player. I have to treat him with hospitality. You know what I'm saying? This nigga slit his tires on a truck. It's like a truck that got like double wheels. This shit got like 8 fucking wheels, and she slit all the tires on my player truck. So I had to act a fool, and I had to show the fuck out, because why would you do that? That's some dumb shit.
But this the whole thing. So, all right, another person who taught about snitching, I would have been banned from the block and beat up anyway. I didn't do that shit. I'm going to tell that truth right now. I didn't want to say it that day because I'm like, y'all would have clowned me for that. Like, oh, she a snitch on top of that. I did not do that shit. You wasn't gonna let me. You wasn't gonna let me live either way that night. So I was really going to trash her that night, y'all. I was not playing. I was not the fuck playing. I wasn't like I ain't like no. I was scared as shit. I was fucking shaking in my boots. I said, but this bitch ain't gonna know. I just seen a little piece of the ground was cracked. I said, all right, I'm gonna pick that fucking piece of semen up.
But that's what I was saying. I seen it already anyway. So, you didn't clearly like make it like you was scared. But I seen it in you anyway. But here's the thing.
Remember they used to say bulldagger. A whole bulldagger want to fight me. I'm a little kid.
We was both young.
We was, but when you look at it, I was
a lot more advanced and a couple years older.
Yeah, like, you know when you look at people like, all right, I was hurt.
Yeah, it seemed, but what I'm saying is, it be seeming like I was so much older.
Right, you really wasn't, but at the time it seemed like it.
It be seeming like I was a grown ass person.
Really wasn't.
So like the shit, it be sounding wild, but I still had a kid mentality, is what I'm saying. I was still
that was childish
a kid.
Right. That was very childish of you. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna stop this bitch. Help me! I do not want to have to fight her, but I'm not about to say I'm not fighting her. Like
nobody had to stop me because I'm telling you, you always been my folks. Been my people.
But that night I couldn't tell because you was mad as shit. And then you was like, ain't nobody gonna tell me who slipped them fucking tires. All right, I'ma beat Kilo the fuck up. I'm like, no the fuck you not. No, you not. Like, yes I am. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. All right, she did it. And this ain't her block either. I'ma beat her the fuck up.
Dang, so ain't nobody confess?
No.
Who did it then? Since we had it.
Yeah, right. Who did it? You might as well tell now. Right, who did it?
Shelly did it. That shit was nutty. But if I would have said Shelly did it, y'all probably would have jumped me. So what the fuck I'm gonna say? I just was like, all right, I might as well get beat up by one person then. All right, cool, fuck it. But then after a while, Kat was like, she not even the one who did it. That's when Kat stepped in and started like, and then you calm down and shit. She got you right in check as I knew she would. I'm like, get your bitch, yo, because I'm about to leave her on my block. Like, I'm about to leave her on my block. I was scared. I was like, please. I was praying this time, like, please don't let me have to fight this girl. Oh my God. Oh my God, that shit was so funny.
You was always my people. I never want to actually fight you. You was always my people.
I know, but that day, I could not tell.
It was some people in life that I just knew I was going to fight because we had a relationship. We knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like you right though, because I feel like if you really wanted to, you the type of person, you just would have socked the shit out of me.
Yeah, I was just mad. Yeah, I was just mad that y'all did that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody should have like been like, yo, come on, y'all. It was like, y'all all doing playing. Because it wasn't just you, but you're right. You was the person that I had the least attachment to.
Right.
But I had an attachment to all of you.
I was the one who you probably feel like really did that shit because I always talk shit.
Yeah, that too.
And I wasn't saying like...
No, I feel like I always knew it was Shelly. I don't know why, but before you said it was Shelly, I always kind of knew it was Shelly.
Exactly. She just wanted to have a problem with me. Exactly. Thank you.
I didn't think you was going to say Shelly.
Real shit. You already know. Like, you dare Shelly do some shit, she's doing it. She don't give a fuck.
So who did the dare? I'm
not saying that we dared her, but I'm just saying that's the kind of person that she is.
Right. Who the fuck dared her? What she just
wear nice.
You always be talking shit. You probably was out there talking shit, and she probably was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bust these fucking tires out there." Like, I don't know. Like, it definitely was to get back at you for whatever reason, but we did think it was all funny at the same time.
But you know when you be kids, you be doing a dumb shit.
Right, just be
real
fun.
Shit, dumb shit.
Oh, yeah, real shit.
It just be fun.
Real shit.
Real shit.
But,
So
you my fault.
Yeah, I fuck with you. I mean, I let you slide that day. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Thanks for letting me slide.
Yeah, because she's about to get real dark.
Thank God. No, seriously, I appreciate it.
No,
I appreciate it.
All right, so tell the people, you know, what you got going on. You got your music going on. You an advocate, right? For
yes.
Good. No. You know what I mean? Because it's a backstory to this, but we gonna put out the good shit first to let them know like change can come.
It can, right? It can, guys. I'm the deputy director of a nonprofit record label called Jim Crow Records, and it's the first nonprofit record label in the United States for currently incarcerated and formerly incarcerated musicians.
Damn, that's what's up.
That's what I do. I'm also an artist, but I'm trying to move into another. Not that I won't make music anymore, but I'm just trying to, you know what I mean, level up a little bit.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, so you know what I want to talk about. You know the story I want to talk about, because this motherfucker is savage. Before she became, and she got on the right road, what led to the right road? Tell the people.
All right, so I was a child that grew up in a certain environment, like a drug-infested home. And I think those kids have a different experience. Like, even if your mom or dad was an addict and your mom and dad was never around because they got high, you're still that's a different experience from somebody who their house is the main, the centralized place where people get drugs. You know what I mean? So even people who parents were smokers, it wasn't the same thing.
Mm-hmm. But the crazy thing is when people think about we're gonna say like a crack house or a drug house, you would think of a dirty environment, but it wasn't that. Y'all had a nice house.
No, yeah.
It just was the traffic house in and out.
Yeah, my grandma was well-to-do. My grandma was a hard-working woman. She was doing all kind of shit all her whole life. She started working when she was 14, driving school buses. But when my grandma retired, she retired from making missiles. She made missiles when she was working. So she owned properties and shit like that. So we was cool for real. But my mom had a habit. Right. And my mom liked being around her kids at the same time, and my mom liked getting money or hustling. Mm-hmm. Hustling was a part of her skits. You know how smokers, some of them steal, some of them prostitute, some of them they freaks and they like to fuck or whatever. My mom just liked the thrill of all that traffic and selling drugs. Right. That was her shit. Right. So that's how it went. So it was kind of crazy the whole time. And then I started catching big girl cases. And, you know what I'm saying?
She just want to say big girl cases, though. A real big case. Come on, because you know you a hood legend. Motherfuckers gonna see this and they gonna be like, oh shit, that's Mo. They want to hear the story because I want to hear the story.
Some people don't. Me too. So I got in a shootout with the cops on Woodstock Street. Right. In 05, 06. I made it out good though from there, I think. I mean, some people might think I went away for a long time, but
How much time did you do?
I did 10, but I didn't do them all at the same time. I did 6, and then I had to go back when I caught another case after coming home for a little while for 4. So I did 10 because I was only home for a little while in between. Right. So I pretty much did the 10, but then I got 6. I did 6 of that the first time. So I think being 17 or 18, because that's how old I was when that happened. Right. I think that I made out really good.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I took it to trial on top of that, and I made out like that. Right. So I got in a shootout with the cops on Woodstock Street.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. She don't want to really get into it, but that shit was
that's what happened. Do you want to know the whole story?
Like that.
I can tell you.
Go ahead, because that shit was crazy.
Okay. So what happened was, I was at Jason's house. Jason was a smoker who lived across the street. Right. Jason was he was like a scammer. And he,
for sure.
at the time, he was a smoker though. He was like a fake DMX. He had a dog, and he used to have his shirt off, and he used to play slipping all the time while he's smoking his rocks and shit. You know what I mean?
Real shit, though.
Real shit. He'd take the hit, I falling with the dog.
Real shit. With the missing tooth, I'm hollering. Yeah, real shit.
But he also was like a scammer. So this was back in the day before like iPhones and all that shit was even a thing.
Right.
This was like Nextel, Chirp, and like
Nokia
era.
Nokia shit. Right.
Yeah. So he used to get all the phone plans for everybody on the block. Remember, like he used to get all the water.
Get everything.
Yeah. He was like play with the credit cards and all that. So he had owed me some money. For something, and he was trying to get that money up so I could give him more drugs because Jason, he hustled for me at that time.
Right.
He fucked the money up, and I had him cut off. But I was still selling coke out of the crib, so he was still benefiting. You know what I'm saying? But he was trying to get back in, you know. So he started robbing niggas. He went on a robbing spree to get the money up that I wasn't aware of.
Okay.
Because I know, like, there's, like, some questions as to how, like, that shit, like, we did some shit. No, we didn't do no shit.
Right.
Jason went and robbed multiple people. He was hot from the cops, you know, the investigation. I wasn't unaware.
Right.
And he robbed a woman for her phone. And he tried to sell it back to the people who,
I remember he was texting and calling and shit like, what? Who does that?
Right. But think about it from my angle. Jason sold cell phones. He sold family plans. Everybody had a phone through him.
Right.
So when he told me, yo, I'm about to go sell this phone, I didn't think nothing of it because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? But Jason used to have like different voices and shit. Remember, he used to like sound like different people to get the accounts and shit, the credit and all that shit. He was wild because this was like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So you had to call niggas and shit, like talk to live people and shit. So he had different identities and shit. And when he went to go collect, when the people called, he told them he acted like he was a girl that found the phone. He told them he was an 18-year-old girl. He found the phone. They could come and buy it back from him at this place. But he had robbed the person for the phone. Though.
Right.
He was just trying to sell it back. Right. That's right. So I'm in the crib, and they called the cops. The people who got it robbed from him called the cops. The cops called. That makes perfect sense to me now. I just wasn't aware of all this.
Right.
So I'm in the cribs, like high and shit, sleep, all that, and like now, you know my usual shit, right?
Right.
It's like a little argument outside. I go out. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill. Like it's 3:00 in the morning. Like the neighbors hate me. They always hated me. They loved me but hated me. So like I ain't want to keep drawing. I was actually trying not to draw.
Right.
And I'm like, y'all gotta take that somewhere else. Boy stumbling around. Like, yo, I gotta take it somewhere else. He like, I need my phone. I ain't leaving without my phone. And then like in the middle of us talking, he just pulled the gun out. He just like cut his conversation. Like he was just like, I need my phone. He was stumbling around, and then he was like, he was
an undie, right?
Yeah, he was an undie. Right? Yeah, he was an undie.
Right.
I ain't.
You ain't know none of that, right? I remember this.
Yeah. So if a random nigga is coming up talking about they need their phone, I don't know what's going on between these two niggas. I was just here to tell them to take it somewhere else.
Right.
I also started to get a thought that maybe Jason was setting me up because I wasn't giving him no work. He was a grimy nigga, and something felt off about the situation. I was just wrong about what felt off. So I'm thinking like this shit like a setup. Right. I'm thinking this nigga trying to rob me. Right. So I'm already like
on edge.
Right. Because I feel like something wrong. I was just wrong about what was wrong. So he pulled, and when he go to reach, that's all I'm thinking. Like I knew it was something. Like, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. So I pulled the gun out. We start chopping back and forth. Spider-Man come from across the street. He was behind some cars. Spider-Man started chopping back Reed. And when Reed started shooting back, that's when shit got real. Because he, you know, that nigga is, he know what the fuck he doing. The other bull was just like shocked. He was shooting, but he couldn't believe this was happening. You know what I'm saying? Reed was like, I waited all night for this. You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah. Yo, anybody know, y'all know who Spider-Man is. If you from around the way, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So that's when I ran behind to the crib. When I got in the crib, that's when them shit started really flying. Like that nigga started shooting everybody in the crib. So when he hit me in the leg, that ain't really bothered me. I just kept that nigga grazed me like right up here. It's not even a graze. They told me it was a graze. It was right. It's right here. I got crazy ass. I had to get it removed like maybe 3 years ago. But
The bullet?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's real close. It's right here. But they told me that it wasn't a graze. It was a graze. It wasn't nothing in it. But like, man, years later, I started getting this hard-ass lump right there. And I had to get it taken out just recently. I was booked because I went straight to jail from getting shot, so you can only imagine.
Right.
Like after the shooting, when they dragged me out, handcuffed me and all that, then they just start beating me the fuck up all crazy, like crazy. Like it was like all this glass on the ground. They was stomping me into the grass, into the glass on the joint. That's I just remember feeling that.
Right.
Like I ain't feel all the shots and all that.
Right.
I felt when they was kicking me. That shit was like, and I had a bag full of change from the Super Mario. It sounded like Super Mario. That's all. Like every time them niggas did something, kick me and some shit was just change on. Bling, bling. I'm like, yo. I'm like, they was knocking the change out me, bro. I was up there getting fucked up, and I was handcuffed, so I couldn't block my head or no shit, you know.
That's very
So they was
scary.
kicking me all in my head, stomping me with the nightsticks, like they was going crazy. I was like, what the fuck? I still ain't know what was going on then. I started to get an idea because I was like, damn, they fucking me up bad. What I do?
Like, I just remember that was like...
I was already thinking who these niggas when they kept shooting and it was like, man, bullets. Like, who the fuck are these niggas?
Right.
Then by the time the cops came, I was low key happy. Like, bitch, damn, all right, because them niggas shot like 80, 90 rounds into the crib.
Damn.
So by the time the cops came, I'm like, thank God y'all here, nigga. Take me to job. But who was them niggas?
Right.
And the whole time it's them niggas.
Yes.
The whole time it's them niggas.
I just remember the one night that I went home, all that shit happened, which I was happy because I would have been scared of shit, all that fucking shit. I remember hearing it on the news and I'm like, wait, what? What's like? Shoot, what? And then they kept saying it was a guy at first. They didn't realize that you was a girl. They kept saying it was a guy, and I'm like, who the fuck is they talk about? Like, in my mind, I'm like, they sound like they describing Mo big ass, not no fucking boy. Like, the fuck? They ain't realize that first. Then I'm like, oh shit, everybody was saying this shit about that. Because all we could think about was that he set you up. We ain't, like, I know, like, granted, at that point in time in her life, she was reckless. But I don't think you would have had you was smart enough not to have no shootout with the cops. Yeah. I knew, like, that you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
That was what was crazy.
From the rip, right? From the door, you knew that.
From the rip, I knew that.
Thank God, because motherfuckers really was like, I'm like, yo, I wasn't that much of a dickhead. Like, you know,
right?
Like, I wasn't that dumb.
Because regardless,
really,
you still was smart. You
that's
just do dumb shit, but you was smart. I knew that even being young. I'm like, I don't think she would have a shootout with the cops. Something gotta be more to that. And then when we start hearing the story and everybody stopped fucking with all them at their house and all that shit, we knew oh shit.
I didn't even know all that happened.
Yeah, motherfuckers was sad as shit about that. Like, that was crazy. Because we didn't think you was ever coming home on some real shit. No, for real. Once we peeped, motherfucker was like, damn, Mo ain't coming home. They wrote you off. And look at this nigga.
Okay.
Right here. Don't play with her. Don't play with that bitch. She right here, though. Is she
real shit.
Yeah, she ain't even on that no more. Like,
no, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Smarter moves.
I'm really trying to. I had like a crazy meeting today where, like, we was in there talking about getting songs in like airports and shit like that. Like it was like the background music. It's like shit that I feel like people don't even think about. That you can like find lanes to get checks in this industry,
right? And
like I feel like everybody's not really looking everywhere.
I would have never thought of no shit like that.
It's just, and this is just what casually with the white folks just talk about casually. This is a part of it. This is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm like, yo, I'm really, you know, in a situation where I'm getting a lot of information and it's amazing. Like it's great. Right. But I wish other people would like just think a little bit more out of the box with shit that they want to do. Right. Because it's harder for everybody to get through the same little ass hole. Right. But it's easier for niggas to everybody just run their real path. It's more people can make a living, making music.
Right. People don't want to help people though. that's really, really what it's about when it comes down to it. Like, a motherfucker is willing to help you, but only enough where you're not going to pass them. It's very few people that don't give a fuck about that. Like, me helping you don't have nothing to do with my success at all.
Exactly.
Where you go with it, you go. But since I noticed, I'm going to drop these jewels that somebody else dropped on me.
Right.
And you're right, but you can tell motherfuckers, listen, you could tell somebody something all you want. If they don't want to really do it, if they're not really up to doing it, they're not going to do it. And usually the people that you share information with first is the people that, you know, that's like around you, like that's a part of your thing.
Right.
I have shared information to plenty of people about certain shit that can help them get to a place better than they are now. Not off of no shit like I'm trying to tell them how to do this shit. Literally how I did mine.
Right. Just offering the information that you have.
But I feel like they don't. People don't want to go like in other like directions. Everybody want to kind of be looked at the same. So if they do that, it's going to like other them. And they don't want to get kind of othered. They want to try and just get in with everybody else.
Right.
They want to fit in to be popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about popularity.
But it is. And that's not the same as the music business. Because you can make a living not going viral.
Right.
Like if I wanted to go viral, I could take my shirt off right now and spit the hottest 32 bars anybody ever seen, and I would be viral. It's just that fucking easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but
why you gotta take your shirt off? Because
that's gonna get me viral. I got a fucking beard and some big ass titties. I gotta go straight like viral.
Right.
Going viral.
Right.
Going viral, like you gotta catch the attention, and usually.
Right.
Usually, it's some shit that's gonna cause some negative, backlash. Majority, it might be some positive, but
the people love negativity. I noticed that.
Yeah,
okay, don't they?
People love negativity.
Don't they love negativity?
But that's not the same as just making a living that maybe you can get yourself to a place where you happy in life. You know,
real shit. Cause
without having to be on the bullshit. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Right. I realized that, like,
some people love the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people live and love for the bullshit.
Or some people think it's necessary. They think that's the only way. That's the only way that they think is feasible.
It's fucked up because, like, before when I was like on some like real, I'm still raunchy. Don't get it fucked up. Like, but when I was on some real raunchy shit and everything was like. Everything I was posting was about sex or drama or crazy stuff. My views and my stories was so fucking up there. But once I started like getting on my own spiritual journey and posting positive quotes and stuff about spirituality and crystals and stuff like that, my views is and that's fine because I'm not posting for y'all to view. I mean, literally, for real, you are. But, like, other than that, like, if I could just get a message across to somebody about, you know, you never know what somebody going through. I don't want to just have all negative shit just on my page. Like, I want you to come here and I want you to learn something. I want you to leave feeling better. Like, so, you're right about that.
But you know, some people have mastered the game. Some people is not invested into none of that shit, and they know what it's doing to people, and they literally tap into your emotions negatively and your energy negatively, and that's how they make their money on social media. You know what I'm saying? That's some people. Damn. Some people know it's a business, and they know it's like emotional outrage and psychological. You know, like
Yep.
They know that.
That's true. Because you see motherfuckers.
That. But people exploit shit all the time. Black Death is another one that's just exploited all the time.
Because you see how they have certain pages where you could pay to be in their close friends and you can see the actual
dead bodies. That shit's sick.
It is.
Listen, you don't even have to. That shit is all over the internet. You don't even have to pay to get in nobody close friends. Anybody can just Google a dead ass body like right now. Like it's desensitizing.
And you
it really
is.
It's desensitizing.
Like you can't. Nobody can ever say that that's not impacting the way
these
children value life. They don't.
Sure.
Like a lot of them don't value life.
Let me tell you how much it desensitizes us, right? Including myself. Couple months ago, it was still hot out. Somebody got killed across the street from my house, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that until I walked across the street and seen the person dead, right? Mm-hmm. it was before. If I would have seen it, I would have been traumatized. I would have cried. But when I seen it, I was like, oh shit. And it made me just go back across the street. That's it. And that right there, like literally, I was saying it to my mom. I'm like, that right there let me know like the world is crazy as fuck. Because how am I'm not even a violent person. So imagine the motherfuckers who is violent. It's literally nothing. That's why they able to do the shit that they do. I walked right back across the street and was like, all right, when it's gonna be over so I can move my car. Like, and not even like I'm trying to be insensitive because it's a shame, but that's just how much we are used to this shit.
Right. Yeah, so imagine like your first memories, right? Like as a kid being like that been the mentality. Because you remember a time when it was different. I remember
because I feel like it definitely when I was me growing up, I didn't know many people who died. It wasn't many people like motherfuckers getting killed and shit like that as it is now.
Oh yeah, well.
It's like three motherfuckers I know a month is like dying now.
Right, and it's sad, and it's crazy. It's nothing. It's like, who the fuck made you to be able to say like, you know what? I'm tired of you being here, so I'm gonna shoot you. However, I'm gonna kill you, and you're not gonna be here no more. Like it's that part for me that make me feel so fucked up about it. Like, who gave you that motherfucking like authority? Like,
right?
who the fuck is you?
You know, as humans, you know, like as humans, you know, murder is like one of the things that humans kind of just got in them, just from being humans. You know what I'm saying? So that I feel like it's like a primal. We have that to murder each other, but I just think like the age, and the psychological part. I don't know what it's going to take to like fix this. This is deep.
Okay, it's deep. We into deep.
I don't think it can.
I feel like the only thing we could do is start working on the access to guns. Like they just way too accessible. Like that's like we can work on that. They just made it
more accessible. You could carry a gun now as long as it's concealed.
Listen, the way these motherfuckers' minds are now, I feel like even if you take the guns away, I feel like that wouldn't even matter. They find different ways to just be killing you.
Like what?
Like it's not funny.
Like what? Because
it's not funny,
like,
but real shit.
But like,
I think they were like real rap. I think they just kind of.
I disagree because a lot of these young boys never been in one fight, but they got 2 and 3 bodies. You know? They never been in one fight.
I feel like
they never stabbed nobody.
I think it would be
none of that.
I think it would be because I feel like people will watch what the fuck they saying they do because they know they don't want to fight. And if you ain't got the access to the gun no more, it would be less violence.
That's what I'm saying.
Because people were shooting people because they feel like, oh no, I ain't about to take their loss. And then they might record me too. Oh fuck no.
Right. Yeah,
you rather be recorded shooting a motherfucker because y'all doing all this shit on camera.
Now, granted, niggas might be jumping niggas and killing them from jumping them. You know what I mean? But that takes
But I don't think it would happen that often as being shot.
Effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it takes more.
That take a chance of you getting hit. Niggas do not want to get hit. Niggas do not want to get punched.
I mean, you know, and I feel like of course the governments control how much of all this shit come. So at the end of the day, if they really wanted to do something, it wouldn't be so easy to get it done.
Exactly.
Right,
so like that's what needs to,
because I don't understand how motherfuckers be 14 and 15. 14 and 15 and be like serial killers. With 3 and 4 bodies under their belt already.
Yeah.
And robberies and all types of shit.
I said, them niggas
it's like, what the
fuck?
fuck?
That's what I said.
Yeah, they serial killers. That shit
sad.
crazy.
It is.
Because how are you able to just do that and be okay?
I don't feel like it was this crazy when we was growing up.
But I feel like the record is in the 90s. The record for most murders, I think. Like the number before this number.
Okay.
So.
You know what I think? I think that now we are able to record it and see it more. Because it was a lot of crazy shit that was happening back in the day still. People was coming up missing. You just never found out what happened.
Yeah.
Now it's just recorded. It's so many cameras. It's people in their phones. It's social media.
And I think the fact that it's recorded and that it's social media is how it spread to so many different places. Like when in LA in the 90s, when they was going through their shit, where it was going crazy like that, it was kind of still just in LA because everybody couldn't see it and emulate it and do it. You know what I mean? But now with social media, other cities can see it, other little small towns can see it, and
I feel like social media it's a gift and a curse.
Because it'll fuck your relationship up. It'll fuck up your career. It'll fuck up everything. For real.
If you let it.
If you let it, but...
If you let it.
True, if you let it, but then it's like...
But no, because you could be with a dickhead-ass motherfucker that could, do something.
Right, and then make it to social media. Yeah. The thing is social media. It's crazy.
Yeah, ain't it crazy?
Would y'all give up social media for a healthy relationship?
I feel like if why?
I just seen it on Instagram. Don't kill me, y'all.
Would I be able to have like somebody run my accounts, like my business and shit?
Oh, okay. See, you on the business side of stuff, so that's understandable. I think you should be able to have social media. Yeah. I just seen a meme on there and it said, "Would you give up social media for a healthy relationship?" And I feel like
why can't the relationship be
healthy
what I'm about to say. With social media?
What do it have to do with social media?
What does social media have to do with anything?
It's the mate. You need a new nigga or a new bitch.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that.
I guess what I'm saying is, if there was a period in time where social media maybe you got caught with somebody in your DMs and you engaged and you met that person on social media and maybe you did that 2 or 3 times. And now, we wouldn't still be together.
2 or 3 times, like damn.
Ain't no 2 or 3 times.
Damn,
all right, then one time.
You keep getting caught for the same shit. You disrespectful as fuck. I'm gonna beat your ass. Now I'm gonna beat your ass.
All right, seriously. All right, one time, but y'all want. All right. So you wouldn't do it. So you would if I'm not saying every time you quit the bitch in the DM. I'm saying things play out differently each time. It's not like you just go in this nigga DM and you see. Right. But at the end of the day, it seems like, this might be an issue for trust issues, and maybe you don't bring it up. Maybe you don't present it. Maybe he's saying, I want to make this shit work. I'm a cancel my social medias. For
I'm like, cool, but I'm not
just to show effort. Just to show effort that I'm not on that type of time. I don't even give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. So like, what was they talking about in the DMs though? They was meeting up, or they was just like, they was just doing freak. Oh, they be meeting up.
They was doing this.
What the fuck? You think just
like I'm always trying to get niggas the benefit of the
doubt.
Then
you have
proof? They were just talking what they was doing in the DM.
So if a motherfucker just talking in the DM and they ain't doing nothing with the person, that even really, I'm married, so I know for me that would count. But if you're not married, that don't even fucking count. If you're not doing nothing with them.
Yeah, that don't count to me. That's what I'm saying. That don't count to me. That don't bother me.
Okay.
First of all, I'm not gonna know because I'm not gonna look at your phone.
Cool.
So I'm looking at the phone, but I ain't looking through social media. I never look through nobody's social media.
First of all,
if you in my phone, then bitch, you might as well be in my social media.
Motherfucker
will go on my social media more than my phone.
I would just never want to argue with my man about social media.
Right.
I just don't want to do it.
No bitches online, like, eat a dick.
I don't want to argue with my man over.
I ain't arguing about no bitch at all.
I have actually never had argued about social media in my life.
I ain't doing it like this.
I'm blessed with that. But I did miss a long time with it.
Right.
Like social media hit as soon as I got booked. So
Right.
I missed a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So for real, it's not like you really that into it either. You don't post that much. You only post when you talking about your business.
Yeah, I don't have an attachment to it. I think I did before, and then like this year, I'm just like,
I don't ever remember you posting a lot.
I used to post a lot before we. I mean, not a lot. You're right.
Yeah, but I post a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. But I used to post. I used to post in my stories every day.
Okay.
Like, I really liked the stories for a minute, a nice little minute.
I feel like the stories made it more convenient because it's like you don't have to post on your page all the time, but it's still something if you feel like you want to post something, but it's not like just right there. Like if you don't go to my story, you won't see it.
My stories be dots up like the top.
Yeah, I like the stories. I didn't really like posting, but now going into 2022, I'm gonna go back in, check back in, but once I got off, I was just off. Like I was just like, I don't fuck with it. But I do have a couple of social medias that I like. I do like Twitter and I do like TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TikTok.
Are you a TikToker?
Yeah,
you be doing the dance?
No,
like just like watching.
I just like them.
Okay. You talking about not yet?
I'm making a debut. I'm making a debut.
It's the I
was about to say, let's make a debut tonight.
I'm gonna do it real. I'm fucking around. I might go viral on TikTok.
Let's make our debut.
I might go viral on TikTok.
Listen, I don't got no TikTok,
it's really
but
funny.
I love TikTok.
It's
like
way more lighthearted than like other like
it's all
Twitter
about
and
having
shit.
fun.
Yeah,
like,
it's
you know,
all yeah.
If you
TikTok
doing
don't play
that
that shit, you get blocked and banned real motherfucking
And
quick.
it's information.
All that shit.
Information.
You
like,
real rap.
yeah,
You can find out
fuck
everything
TikTok.
from TikTok. That's crazy. TikTok is the new Google, but with videos.
Oh shit! I
Real shit.
need to make me
Real shit.
a TikTok because I don't have one.
That's where I be getting all my
TikTok is fucking
recipes
lit.
from. Oh, and listen, you can ask TikTok any fucking thing. Real shit.
And you know what else I learned about? What else? TikTok taught me something because I was into that shit. I had to kind of stop because I was spending too much time on it. But it taught me what I'm really, really into because like the algorithm was just so ratchet. I was like, bitch, you really this you? Like, you know
Right?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
They keep showing you, picture you what you like. Yup. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm like, all right, you know
Right,
what I mean?
you ain't even peep. So that shit started like, oh, this. Because you know, even with Instagram, it do that now.
Yup.
Like certain shit that you like may post or talk about or something, I know it start pitching you all that shit.
Yeah,
like,
give you
okay.
the algorithm, but I guess
on my
TikTok.
paint page only paint shit come up. So
Yeah, but I guess because
My
TikTok
shit
got a
be
little
tarot
more
and all
to
this
it.
shit.
I don't know. It's like more drawn out. It's like more videos and tutorials and people talking and pictures. It's like all that shit in one. So it's like the way that shit packaged. I'm like, all right, this is kind of it's more addictive than the other ones, I think.
What, TikTok?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about it, but it's more addictive.
I think it got like a different energy
For sure.
versus like how like Instagram or maybe Facebook is. I don't see like I rarely ever see anything negative. If anything, it may be something like sad. Like I seen the one that it always make me sad when I see it be like show a time where you were at your lowest and nobody seen, and it be the song that play. And you see people just acting regular, but you hear the song and it's like, oh, that's I don't really see nothing that be negative.
Yeah, you
just sad sometimes. But other than that, it be people laughing, having a good time. I just don't got no rhythm, so I just never got a TikTok.
Because you ain't got no rhythm.
Yeah, I can't. You ever see me in them joints? I don't know what the fuck I be doing.
And
And she just be like, let's do a TikTok, and I just be like, I can't dance for shit.
But I mean, you play. Like,
Yeah,
you ain't scared, bitch. Get
Oh
on
no,
there.
I'm not scared, but I can't get that shit together. Like ask her.
Yeah.
I be trying.
She be fucking it up.
Yeah, she be drawing. She be drawing.
Man.
I can't get it.
Her had no fucking TikTok. She got 2 left feet.
Y'all gotta do skits. Y'all would be great doing the skits.
Mo.
We like Pam and Gina.
Mo.
And shit.
Oh, I can do that. You know, I know
you can take
all the
all-
Martin stuff. Martin
yeah,
stuff.
that's
All right,
what
so
y'all gotta do.
so we want to do a week because I got a perfect one so we can do tonight.
All right, yep.
You can be shit day.
All right, yeah. Because I probably already know this shit. I love Martin so bad. Real shit.
Yeah,
I want that Martin game, the Martin trivia game. I know all the fucking answers.
I remember that, but then I forgot about it. Yeah, that was good. I think Martin is definitely probably the funniest sitcom of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
still
there's
watch that
nothing
now.
really fucking with it. Like, as far as how it aged. It's still funny as shit.
Right.
Yeah, right, for sure.
No, some shit is funny, but it's still like old.
But it's still to
Yeah.
this day funny as
Yeah,
shit.
that shit
for
still,
sure.
that shit go.
I can definitely agree with that.
It's crazy because I felt like all the shows when I was younger, besides Martin, because I always loved Martin, I didn't like, but now I would watch and be cracking the fuck up because Jamie Foxx, the way him and Braxton go at it, be having me fucking hollering.
I feel like
Yeah,
all
some
the
of the
shows from that era
Sister,
was good.
Sister.
Right.
I
all the
never
shows
used
from
to
that
really
era
like
was so
Living
good.
Single, but that's my shit. I love
Yeah,
Max.
Living Single was that shit.
Yeah, we're living single that shit. We're living
I think it
single
was a
that
bunch
shit.
of bitches.
No, nigga, I wasn't that type of dyke, nigga. I like every bitch I just used to be watching. I love
That's what I hate about that though. Like I feel like because you like females, like people tend to think like you attracted to every female.
No, facts.
I always
Listen.
understood like no, like that don't mean.
I hated that shit. That shit bothered me so much when I was in school because that was dumb though for me to even be in middle school and be like telling people I was gay. But I guess I just
just knew you was comfortable with who you was. Like, why hide it?
And nobody made me feel uncomfortable about being gay.
Right.
I honestly didn't have that experience.
Because
I
I think
was
now
embraced
it's
by
more like, oh,
everybody.
you're gay. Let's close in on you. What is being gay being like? What do you identify? They make it so much a big deal.
But because the gays or the LGBT community, they have different experiences than me. They say
Right.
they
People probably was
say
scared to say something to you.
Yeah, they say that they was, they've been bullied and like the transgender black women, they be getting murdered. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the gays be having you know what it is?
I don't think they just get murdered because a motherfucker just want to murder a gay person. I think that a nigga either be mad after the fact, like, damn, why I just be gay? Yeah. And then want to murder, or they don't tell them from the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever because I'm just going to single you out. It could be, but I don't really know.
I was about to say it's been a lot of cases.
There has been times, but for us, for the black trans community, a lot of that is, or they catcall, and then the person might, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or some people around might know that's a trans person, and now they mad because they done tried to crack on the trans in front of everybody now.
Right.
That has happened, and it has went left, and they done got beat up and killed and shit.
So you wouldn't consider yourself as being trans?
No. Right. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl that grow a beard. Natural. Natural, Joe.
Right, let's clear that up. Like, natural. And I know this really natural. Like, no hormones, no nothing. Like,
that shit started growing when I was young. But it's like a hormone.
That's why I was scared. That's why I really. If she said I was scared, that's why I
don't even think I had.
You had like a little bit of guys, my nigga.
Yeah, I remember that.
You had a very little
bit of chin here,
and it was like, and you was hyping shit about it. How you can't remember? You was hyping shit to touch that show all the time. Like, how you don't fucking remember? Like, yo, we used to be cracking up. Like,
no, but believe it. Oh, that must have been when I finally started embracing it. Because at first, I used to near it and all that. I ain't played with this beard. You remember that? You gotta remember that.
But it's different. People sometimes don't see when they chin hair is growing.
Listen, when my shit first started growing, my grandma used to get me near. I used to near it all the time. Then sometimes I would, just fall off just from being just a dirty little nigga at the time. But not for long. I would shave it or whatever, near it. And one time I got locked up and it wasn't no near or nothing. I was in the youth. And this is when I first realized how that shit was really growing. That shit started growing and I couldn't see myself though. But every day I'm like this. Mm-hmm. This shit crazy. I'm like this shit and I couldn't see it though. So I went to go, somebody came to see me. My bitch came to see me. Paulie. Mm-hmm. Paulie came to see me. Paulie. That's what you used to call her?
Yeah, that shit was so funny.
She came to see me and she was like, oh my gosh. She was like, bitch, like that. You got a real beard, bitch. It ain't like a couple hairs. Like this when I was like 16 or something. Still young.
Right.
And,
nice man.
And then when I came home, I think
beard better than niggas' beard.
Right. I think after that is when when it started growing crazy, because it was a hard pill to swallow. I ain't gonna lie about that. Look, one day the lady was like, I was in the youth study and I was standing there and she was like, hey, why you got your head down? Pick your head up. Black woman. And I would just pick my head up and I was just like, it is what it is, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna have to tell me to pick my fucking head up.
Okay, right.
Real shit.
So that was it after that.
Real shit.
Bearded lady it is.
But that's
what the BL stand for, bearded lady.
I never knew that. You lying? Yo. So bearded lady Shirelle. Yeah. Yo, I'm hollering.
Shirelle is my middle name.
Right.
Crying.
I'm fucking hollering. You see me looking like, wait, you
I never thought that was what BL.
I thought it was some slick shit, some fucking sophisticated something.
Okay.
Wow, I heard good joint though. But I mean, you wear it well.
I be trying.
I can't picture you without a beard now.
I know.
You would look so weird.
I know.
Don't ever cut it. If I see you without a beard, I'll be like, what the fuck wrong with you, bitch?
When I was on my way to court, I shaved it when I was trying to get a job when I first came home too. But
you probably like a whole creep.
That's what everybody be saying. I cut it when I was upstate one time. This fucking white bitch gonna walk up to me talking about, you know how this makes me feel? I was like, what? She's like, you cut your beard. I was like, what? She's like, when I realized Santa wasn't real anymore. I was like, bitch. I was like, yo, get the fuck out my face. Yo.
She was disappointed.
But all my friends was like, yo, you look like a fucking pervert. You look crazy. Yeah. I'm like, what? Why are y'all saying this? Like, I'm a woman, damn. I want to be able to leave the option to cut it off. I don't want to feel like so much pressure to keep it forever. You know?
I mean, it don't really matter if you like it, but if I seen you without your beard, you know me, bitch, I'm gonna be cracking the fuck up. You gonna be mad as shit. Like, all right, bitch.
That's why I used to want to fight you.
Yeah. Like, bitch, all right, so don't cut that shit and come around me, because I be cracking the fuck up.
No, I don't see myself cutting it, like, in any foreseeable future. I'm just saying.
Like, just what it is.
I don't want to feel so tied to anything. That. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel, like, so tied.
It's just the hair and the beard just go together at this point. It's just Mo. Like, why bitches be having like the girliest names though? I always used to be cracking the fuck up at that.
Yeah, or big titties.
Yes, like they be like, yo, why are you making it so hard for me? Cause no matter what, like niggas is still gonna say they little shit because it's like I don't give a fuck. I hear them say all the time, I don't give a fuck how you look, you still a female. Like you got big titties or you got fat ass. I'm saying something if that's what
I ain't gonna lie, when that shit be happening, I be like, I just be like bugged out.
Yeah, cause you got a beard. So that's weird.
That's weird.
Like that's weird. Like
it's weird.
But not weird. Not weird. I don't want to say that because I honestly feel like a lot of black men, because they don't get the opportunity, they never can explore any type of sexuality. They just like women, and that's it. They like women. They like women.
Right. Real shit.
So girls get a different experience. Even if we like men.
Right. Even we can really. I don't like to say this, but a female can do some gay shit and be like, "Oh, that's not for me. I did that when I was younger," and they'll get the pass.
Right. Totally not be gay.
A man like I sucked dick one time.
No, that's why I understood. I understood Tank when he said that. But bitch, I sucked dick one time. I really ain't. I ain't ready.
Nizzle.
That don't make him gay.
Right. Nizzle. He's gay.
People see. That's what I'm saying.
That
like,
make him gay.
but black men don't have that opportunity. So because of that, I try to watch myself when I say certain shit about black men when it comes to sexuality. Because if a man, if a man was just for some whatever strange reason attracted to me, but they never ever had sex with a man.
No, for some strange reason.
But they never ever had sex with a man, and they never ever want to have sex with a man.
Right.
I can't.
No,
you can't say that. That's right. I don't want to say
that. I know it's to me odd, but I don't want to say it's gay because if he genuinely don't have an attraction to men and he never wanted to fuck a man ever in his life, and he still don't ever want to fuck a man, and he never have.
Nope. Because at the end of the day, if you was just a butch without a beard and a mustache, I would understand. But part of you makes it be like, no, nigga, it's something about the manliness in me that you like. You don't fuck with me. Because other than that, you would just go fuck with a bitch. You would not fuck with me. It's something that you want to explore about the other side of me.
But what's wrong with that? All right.
So what's wrong with that?
It's gay.
How? How is that gay?
Let's set a nigga up.
No, we just using me for the prop. I'm just saying we just using me for the prop. But just the idea, like I know trans men that sleep with. And I'm not a big gay in the gay community. I'm not going to sit here and act like most of my friends are just
straight niggas.
Or some of them are just lesbians. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like I'm not going to front like that. But I do know some trans men who mess with trans women.
Right. I be saying that too.
I'm confused. I'm trying to picture it. So a trans man is a man.
A trans man is a lesbian, like a lesbian looking, but not. They look like men, but I'm saying they were biologically women.
And then a trans woman is.
And then a trans woman is a biological man.
I think those type of people are genuinely. That's just how they really was born. So I don't feel like. I feel like some people is. How can I put this? Like sometimes some people is gay and then some people is born like this, so it makes them gay. You get what I'm trying to say? Like say for me, for instance, if I was okay, I'm born a woman, but I feel like I should have been a man, I'm gonna be attracted to men.
Feel like you should have been a man because you're born a woman?
Oh no! Wait,
right? That's the
confused.
Right. So what it is, so I think sometimes I don't know. I know some people like this, and I've had.
Because you're not attracted to men at all.
No.
Okay.
Now I know some women.
So what if a drunk night? No. You know I had to fuck with you real quick. A drunk night, they be like, let me suck your titty. You gonna say no? That's gay, right? That's gay. I'm fucking hollering like, yo, that shit.
In my mind, that's gay, but I'm trying to understand it on an intellectual level, and I do want black people to start looking at this shit from like an intellectual level, so we can stop being so ignorant. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I do want that. I do want them to understand like certain stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for me to understand.
So what about if you was playing deer?
I'm not saying. Nigga, I'm fucking nigga. Why the fuck would I be playing deer? First of all, and second of all, if I'm daring, it ain't gonna be no bullshit like that. So what are you asking me? Are you asking me have I ever?
No. I know.
I'm not a virgin, if that's the question.
No, I already know that. I already know that. No. In the hood, niggas would say Mo had good pussy.
Yo,
this before the beer and dressing like a boy. Yeah. This before that. They said he had that good box. That shit potent. So we ain't tripping.
Like, but back then that would have been the dyke John, like you saying, like that's just a girl. Like no matter that's in baggy clothes.
Right, yeah. Right, mm-hmm. It wasn't no beard, no mustache. You know, you had braids, so it's still, you know, it wasn't like how you are now. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, there's that. I just want.
Yeah. So for the record, yeah, she got good pussy, y'all. You know what I mean? All around town. This she that nigga, is she that bitch?
I'm a girl, but it was
no, I know that, but it's just funny to say like when like you know it's just funny to say you know I'm still immature a little bit.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed of that.
Right? No, why would you be?
I don't think I like to know for sure what I be wanting.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I went through when I did it. Like
right.
I don't know if I'm gay because I ain't never had no dick. So.
Right. So you tried it out. Right. Yeah. Right.
Like how can you say you some shit if you didn't?
Was it good?
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't. It depends. I didn't really enjoy sex with me though.
Oh, okay.
Right, because you know that's.
I love pussy. I ain't had no attention.
You probably more so. I feel like sometimes you feel like that's just what it's supposed to be. Like you probably was like, all right, I'm supposed to fuck with niggas. Let me try this shit. Even though I feel like I don't even like them. I like bitches. But let me try this shit out.
Yeah, right. I mean, I was just like, I'm gonna try to see. I'm pretty sure though. I was already sure.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I knew I was gay, but I had to make sure.
Right. Yeah.
Like I ain't trying to leave no.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do this shit one time and I hated it, but let me try again because I'm that.
Right. Let me make sure I hated it. Let me make sure I hated it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to go through that. But that's just
I'm
me.
Hollering, y'all.
This ain't that.
Right. Real shit.
This ain't that.
Real shit.
That ain't for everybody.
But some people don't gotta go through that without to know some shit about them. But me, in my life, I be needing to like experience shit.
Right. Me too. I'm that type of person too.
I mean,
yeah, I got experience shit. I can't just.
That's why I was
go off what somebody else say.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't get high that much no more because I used to be so fucking high. I used to be high as shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I don't even know. You can't even get as high now like that and probably live because everything's so fucked up now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You probably.
And when you think about it, you probably really wasn't smoking fucking loud or like that. It was more Reggie back in the day. So
yeah, but I used to be taking all of them.
No, I know that, but she was taking things. It wasn't like it was the perk era.
Sure,
but you know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't all this fake shit. You know
right, yeah.
Right.
Zans was Zans.
Right. Yeah, this shit crazy. That shit sad.
Crazy. Was perks out back then?
They was out.
They was, but nobody really was fucking with it. Just like it was always, if you wanted to get we didn't call it loud, but it was like exotic or push or some shit like that. Yeah.
Exotic.
Hydro. Mm-hmm. Right. Remember Dro?
Real shit.
Right.
They made it a thing when they started calling it loud. Now everybody smoke loud.
Right.
That should be quiet.
Chocolate Tide, Dro, and all that. They had like all the different kinds.
I used to be like, I don't need that. All I need is a
Nick. In a jar.
Remember Nick used to be all big?
Yo,
I miss those days.
You get your weed in the jar, you think you somebody like...
Okay.
Pull up, start tapping the door like...
Right.
Taking your key and shit, trying to get it out.
Them little dumbass
Stop
jars.
playing with us. You know what I mean?
I can't believe niggas was really selling like mixer.
I remember being little, like younger. My mom would give me a few bucks. I smoked like what I started smoking like in the 7th grade. My mom would give me money for like lunch. I'd be like, man, fuck lunch. I'm buying me some weed. Anybody got $3?
Let's go ahead and
go
a bag of weed.
Guys, real shit. $6.
Right.
I remember when I first started smoking. I used to get my allowance and like just go buy. Me and Michelle, we be smoking looking so stupid. Like just smoke to just really you be like tripping almost. Cause when you like young, you just addicted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You be high as shit.
It was a different
younger,
feeling.
Right? Was it a different feeling or was it a different weed?
It was a different feeling.
I think it was a different feeling and different weed.
A different feeling because you just a young dickhead. I remember Michelle used to be rolling in the street and shit. All kind of dickhead and shit. Like, why would you be rolling in the fucking street, bitch? Get up. It's just different.
I remember I didn't even really know how to inhale. I used to, like, somebody had told me, like, you got to pull it in and you got to breathe in real hard and then blow it out through your nose. So I remember that's really how I smoked for, like, a long time to make sure I was getting high. I'm like, I don't think I'm doing it right. Oh, dumb. They'll look at me. I'm the highly opinionated show. Because I was like, she fried.
Yeah, I'm fried.
You medium fried.
I'm fried. Can y'all tell? Fried chicken.
That's when you always get quiet. When you get to your high point, I know this would just be me talking and the guests. And she be like, right. Okay. Like, that's when I know, like, oh, right, I got
this nigga
right.
checked out. It's the fourth quarter. Let me take the ball.
Every time.
Real shit,
the sugar bear.
Yup. Start getting all quiet. That's when I'm more serious when I'm high and more quiet. Y'all can't tell? No?
Yeah.
What, when you high?
I mean, I haven't been like around you.
I feel like I'm more amped up when I'm sober.
Hold up. I just had a flashback though.
God.
Because I'm like, damn, I haven't been around Kira in a minute, you know what I mean? But we still over the years been around each other.
Right, yeah.
Do you remember that time when I don't know if I like picked y'all up or we was all in the same car, y'all was going somewhere, and you just was real like that day I was like, what's up? Like fuck, like your energy was. You don't remember that day?
I don't remember.
When we was in the car.
Where we was at? Where we was going?
All right, no, because if you don't remember, then it wasn't nothing. But
which one? You acting like you trying to bring that up?
Like she gonna smoke right
now. Because we remember the moments we had.
Right.
We used to be gang war, low key.
It was you, dog, not me. It was never me. It was never me.
Already discussed. You know.
I don't remember. Maybe I heard it.
Then it wasn't about nothing.
You know what it is? I'm about to tell y'all. When I get high, I get quiet. People always be like, "What's wrong? You alright?" Maybe I was high, and you just feel like, "Oh, this bitch not being smart."
No, I used to feel like maybe what y'all was like. You kind of like what you were saying on the show. Like I used to feel like Kat used to say shit to you that used to make you like. I mean, now when she back talking to me, like it's like, bitch, I'm not trying to be around this bitch. Like, right? You already like, you know what I mean? Right. All your goofy shit, and now you back with the bitch. I ain't.
No, but I don't think I never really like. Mind your business in that type of way, how you thought. I feel like it just was your conscience.
Okay.
Like you naturally just thought like I was behind the scenes having the issue, but I really wasn't. It was more so like, I'm the type of person, if I gotta be cordial with somebody who I feel like don't fuck with me, I'm not gonna say much. And at the time, I really ain't know where we really stood with each other. Like 1 minute it seemed like we cool, and the next minute it'd be like, it seemed like you don't fuck with me. So I'm like, all right, if I gotta be running.
That's never the vibe. That was never the vibe. You know what? No, because I'm talking shit like, oh yeah, you talk too much, but I never really thought I never really thought that you thought that I didn't fuck with you. But I just asked you like if you was getting jumped. This is what I asked her. If she was getting jumped, and I coming from school and I was walking across the street, at any time of us knowing each other, do she think that I just would have jumped in on the other people's side or not done anything?
And I told you, I think you would have let me fight for a little bit and then jumped in it.
What you think?
I think the same thing. You probably let her get beat up a little bit. Real shit. Run over there and start, you know what I mean, doing your thing.
Because this really was your thing. Nobody really used to get smart with you. I feel like it was a more so like Mo said what she said, and Ari, we ain't trying. Not even saying nobody was scared, but it was like we ain't trying to argue with her. Versus me, I'm around your way. I don't even live around here. I'm around here all the time. I hang with your girlfriend. You already don't like that. And when you would say something smart, I'll say something back. You ain't like that. That's what it was. You wasn't used to that. People tend to not like what they not used to.
Yeah, I guess.
If I was just like a quiet person, like how another person was that was around, I don't even want to say her name, but
I don't know who that is.
We already said something about her. And how she would be like, you could say smart stuff to her and she wouldn't say nothing. Mm-hmm. Versus if you say something to me, I would say something back. Whether if I was intimidated or not, I still wasn't just letting you say whatever.
And I get it, but I guess I'm just saying that was a part of who you was. I always accepted it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't like, it was always really love deep down. Like,
right,
not even deep down, I thought.
Right.
I didn't think that you genuinely thought that I didn't like you.
No, it wasn't
if I didn't
that.
like you, bitch, you wouldn't be on the block.
Right. You know what
I'm saying? Like,
I was going to be on the block. I was going to be on the block. Like,
you feel me? You wouldn't even done that.
I feel like, all right, at any moment, I knew that from the back, I would be the first one who you would fight.
All right.
So it was kind of like that. Like I never really knew where we stood. Like I knew you weren't gonna jump on them, the other two.
Right.
But me is like, what will stop you? You only know me from them. Right. You don't have that same love, even if you do fuck with me.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Because anytime anything used to ever happen, you always was at my neck.
Okay. Maybe.
You just come outside like, why is y'all sitting on my step? Kiara, why you sitting on my step? Like, damn, bitch, everybody sitting on your step. What the fuck? Damn.
I used to be
I was like, what the fuck I do? Like, damn. I ain't getting off the step. You be like, say no. You can stay on the step. You can stay on the step. And it just be like the whole hassle, like, bitch, like, damn.
I'm crying.
Like,
that's crazy.
Real shit.
But people be telling me shit about, like, back my old self, and I just gotta take it. Cause I don't.
Right. I feel like you changed a lot. Not just about that. I just feel like I never felt like you was a dumb person. I could always see that because you definitely knew how to make some fucking money. No matter how high you was running in there. You had money.
Yeah.
Real shit. I just feel like you just, it take everybody some time to realize their purpose and, go through some shit to realize that they better than that. They deserve better.
Yeah. And
like you said, what you came from, it wasn't like a horrible, abusive environment, but in a sense that still was abuse. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a, it was a negative lifestyle. So for you to come, to overturn that and be doing something positive, all the positive stuff you're doing, with your time that you spent, like, some people never get that chance to even fix that. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
Like, I mean, it may not be much, but I'm proud of you.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because when that shit went down on a it's like, no, I didn't think it was coming home. I'm like, dude, this shit a rap.
No, real shit. And it's hard, like, but you really, it took me a long time because I came home from that shooting and I went back to jail. So it's not even like I came home from that shooting and got my shit together. Mm-hmm. I came home, went to a small town, started fucking that up over there, and had to go back. So it's like
some time.
It do, because you gotta like unlearn.
I want that shit for yourself.
Because I was born, certain things was like normal to me. Mm-hmm. And I used to have like niggas used to come over my crib from school and shit, and be like, "Yo, that's your mom? Like, what's going on?" Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. This is my life. This is my reality.
Right.
I didn't know how to really think outside of it. Mm-hmm. Right. So
part of your environment, but you overturned that. You overturned that. Right. Yeah.
But you gotta like unlearn shit.
So what advice would you give to people that can't seem to think outside of their environment?
That's the part. It's like a cognitive thing. You gotta like unlearn things. So, which is hard. And the best way that the thing that helps me the most, like a literal thing, because I don't want to say like no just generic shit. Mm-hmm. Literal thing that helps is like, it's like a cognitive behavioral therapy chain. And it's so first what starts is the situation, right? Mm-hmm. The situation comes first. Based off the situation, is your perspective, how you see that situation, right? Then things are from your perspective, you're going to create your thought. That's what you think about it. What you think is going to determine how you feel about it. Right. So these are the steps. How you feel about it is going to determine what you do about it.
So basically changing your whole entire thought process.
You have to start it from the beginning,
right?
Which is your perception.
Right.
Once you change your perception, but you can write this down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do it like...
Perception is really everything.
It is.
It's really everything.
It really is.
So, like, if you change the perception, that's going to change, you know what I'm saying, what you think about, how you see it. I mean, the situation is going to change how you think about it, which is going to change how you feel about it, what you do about it, and the consequences behind it. But you have to literally write these things down on a piece of paper. Like, what do I want to change? What's the perception? What's the situation? What is my perception of the situation? What do I think about this? And then, what do you want to think about it? How do you want to see it? And then execute it.
And affirmations is good too, because I say daily affirmations just for myself to uplift my spirit and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it does matter. People be thinking like what they take in and like the visual shit and just shit.
What you think about yourself matter. It don't matter what you saying, but what you feel and what you think really matter, because that's what you projecting on the outside.
Absolutely.
I don't care. Whenever I feel shitty, I feel like I look shitty. And I ain't talking about like, I don't care how cute my hair look, how much nice clothes I got on. When I feel shitty inside, I can see it within my skin. I can just see it just seep through my pores. Like, happiness really gotta be a choice, even though it's hard sometimes depending on what you're going through. But you really have to choose. When you want something better, you have to choose that, and you have to put that in your mind, because if not, you're going to keep getting the same results. I had to learn it. I'm still learning it. It's not easy.
It's not. Right. And like, that's how it'd be hard to control the impulse of doing, especially for like felons. Once you go to prison and get like, you know, for me, it got harder and harder.
Right.
But that's because I'm coming from a woman experience. A woman experience is different than a man's. So like my first 6 years, I had a ball in there.
I'd be mad as shit being in jail and see you walking there like, she can't go with the niggas.
Yo, I came in there with a beard and shit. I was that nigga. I didn't want nothing even.
You're gonna put her in here with me?
Yo, it sucked that I was there, but it's a woman's environment. It's way different than how men, you know what I'm saying, operate. So for me, it got harder each time. But for men, it's different because they already had to go through all the trauma to deal with that shit. So once they go back, it just snaps right back in and deal with this shit. Right. So it's real hard to like unthink that shit. It's hard. It's hard.
It is.
You be feeling like a nut sometimes, you know what I mean? A lot of times. And like, you know, like it just be a lot of shit. Like,
but I feel like that's the strongest. That's the farthest thing from being a nut, is when you realize, okay, I did all that shit. You know inside you not no pussy. You know if motherfucker, you know how, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You way smarter and stronger when you know, like, this ain't it no more. Like, it's more to life than this shit. Like, if you would have kept on that same lifestyle, you probably wouldn't even be sitting here with us right now.
No. And the shit that niggas just be dying and shit over there, I be like, wow.
It'd be the smallest, dumbest shit.
Yeah, I be like, I'm so blessed. And I've survived the police shooting. That wouldn't even happen in this day and age. Okay. Like, I feel like a part of that is because both of the cops I got in the shootout with was black. I do feel like that played a small part. Like in their mind, it was just other black people. We was just in some shit like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Right.
And I think back then it was just like a little more humanity with the cops, and the people.
Versus now they actually shooting to kill because they scared. Back then, they had like more kind of control. They wasn't scared.
They shot everybody in the crib and didn't kill not one person.
Right.
But they shot everybody in that motherfucker though.
Right.
Like, that's crazy when you think about it.
I don't feel like not in this day and age. They'd have turned your motherfuckers into Swiss cheese.
Or you be in jail for life.
That's why I
that's your crazy life.
Yeah, that's why I be trying to really pay it forward, because a person like me, it's a little hard, like especially like when all that George Floyd and all that shit be happening. That's hard for me. That's hard for me because
that was hard for me. I was very sad around that time. Yeah, I remember being very sad and crying a lot around that time because I just kept thinking about my son.
It makes me feel like, and it's very like it puts some pressure, like maybe like a little bit of survivor's remorse or something, because I know that what I did, I could have easily, and it wouldn't have been no free. I mean, it wouldn't have been no justice for Monique bullshit. They would have been like, that bitch deserve that. You see how the little girl that had the knife was in the fight and the cop killed her and niggas was like, oh, she deserved that. That blew my mind that people fuck that way. But anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Because it was a knife. She got to come over to you and all that shit. It just was crazy. Like, I didn't feel like she was a real threat.
But it was like, all the places you, like you said, all the places you could have shot him. You could have gave her a leg shot.
That shit was crazy.
But right now, that's just what they like. I feel like, it's sad, but you should not give these motherfuckers any reason, even though sometimes they don't even have a reason.
Okay.
But you would think you would be smarter. Like, motherfuckers, like, I seen people with the gun phone case. Why you in a gun phone case?
Okay.
It be dumb shit like that.
I also want to know, like, what the fuck is police protocol now? Because they can't, what the fuck are they teaching these motherfuckers? I feel like they teach them to shoot to kill.
They do.
I really feel like they teach them that.
They do, but so that's why but they still got humanity usually more so when they are around people who they view as the same amount of human as them. So that's why there's some black cops that will kill you, but not as close as to a white suburban motherfucker who never been in the city, don't know nobody. They looking at niggas like wild animals.
Shit. Right.
They looking at niggas like straight wild animals.
Never seen black people, never interacted with black people.
That human thing ain't connected.
But that's why
I say in my situation, I feel like that human thing connected. That's why everybody was able to live and see another day. But it's like, damn, that should be freaking me out because I'll be like, damn, if they thought that about the little girl, I mean, so now it's like I have to really do something to change the world. Like that's how it be making me feel. Like like that shit is too deep.
That's the way I think. That's the way I think. You here for a greater cause. I feel like that.
Yeah, that's how that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Especially the way people check out every day, the way they do. Have some deep shit, and you've been through a few trials and tribulations. That one being a major one, and the fact that you still able to sit here with us today, you should know that you're here for a greater cause, and you're not even living that same lifestyle. Right.
No, and I want
not
people
bitter.
We like the city of we talk that pain shit in our music and all that. Like that's how I'm still in my same bag. I play with other things just because I'm different. You know what I mean? So I play guitar and shit like that. So I'll do other things outside of
you should have brought your guitar.
I know, right?
Yeah, I do play though. But
electric or acoustic?
Acoustic electric.
Okay.
But niggas can get I'm teaching at I'm a teacher's assistant at Yale, and this is what I do, right? I just had a final presentation yesterday, and it's this book in literature somewhere with the white folks. It's called The Divine Comedy, and it was written in the 1200s, 1300s or something. And in the book, this guy goes through hell. It's called the Inferno, Dante's Inferno. Then he goes to purgatory. Then he goes to paradise. But it's 3 big ass books in the one book. I take music that I already made. I made for the streets. Sick and Demented, shit like that. Shit from Crack Baby. And I perform it for the kids and parallel it, show them how what I'm saying is the same thing he's saying. Like this some dope shit. Like it's not even it's decent.
That's back to perception. Then make them see it in a different light.
Right. But I still get to do, I don't have to really change who I am or change what I'm doing to do it.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying about I feel like other people that's in the space can start thinking a little more like that, because you can still do exactly what you want to do. You can talk your shit, you know what I mean, talk to the streets, all that, and then just think outside what you doing with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a sweet gig. I love that job. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the gigs. Yeah, and it's at a prominent school. I go from school to school doing it, you know. But I've been at Yale for a while with it, and that's just one thing that I feel like niggas don't even think about. Right. Hip hop is so many different opportunities.
Right. It is.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a blessing.
Right. It is. Life is a blessing in general. For sure. We so thankful to.
Yeah, one thing. My artist, right?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, get into it.
So I need everybody. I don't have, because y'all know I'm a label for formerly and currently incarcerated people, right? So I'm executive producing this young lady's project. Her name is BL. She's incarcerated in South Carolina, and she's doing 30 years. She's been there since she was 17. She's like 30 now. You know what I mean? So I'm executive producing her album. I need everybody to follow me.
Right.
And when her shit drop, I'm gonna make an Instagram for her. I need everybody to follow her. But because she's incarcerated in a state that I can't show her face,
okay.
I have to figure like what I want to do, like art wise.
Right. Okay.
Because this is gonna be complicated getting her music to people. You know what I'm saying?
Because people always want to put a face to something. That's gonna be. But don't say that you could do it.
You don't have to, right?
You could.
She fired. Right. That's the thing.
Definitely do
She's
it.
so
and that's
fired.
that can be like her whole theme.
No, her album is fucking dope.
Yeah,
she's from down south, so she got that like mad cadence and shit. But she talking about some real shit. Cause she doing 30 years for a body. You feel me? She killed another young girl on some beef street shit.
Hold it. How much time she got?
She got like 13 years, 14 years, something like that. So she be talking some shit. You know what I mean? She sound like the city girls, but she talking about like.
Damn, I got.
She talking about fucking for like $40, $20.
Damn.
She got this one line where she said, the spot right up the street, you go wait.
Well, she keeping it real. Everybody can't fuck for this.
But bitches ain't admitting that they fucking for $20.
These bitches ain't admitting it.
She just keeping that shit real. Yeah,
she
real
be like
shit.
the spot right up the street. You gonna fuck or you gonna suck. Well, will I have somewhere to go whenever I get up? I want my cash up front, but I don't think I'm fine enough. So I'm gambling my pussy. Will this nigga leave me stuck? Will he throw me back a 20, tell me he ain't get a nut? If I ask him for a 50, will he say I'm out of luck? Seem like even with my legs closed, I'm still getting fucked.
Damn.
This bitch is like raw, bro.
Damn.
Like she talking her shit.
That was a good joke.
She
I got two.
She don't have nothing that we can play.
Yeah, she got some shit you can play.
All right, let me play something.
She got some shit you can play.
That's your artist. What's that? You said you about to make her Instagram, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make her Instagram. But I gotta figure out her art direction. But she dropping in May 2022.
Okay.
There's gonna be a big drop. I'm gonna get her a nice, great price, all that shit. But that's a big problem with the state. I don't know if I just want to say
what's she
and
on?
put it out anyway. You know what I'm saying, or what? No, I got it's a secret link.
Okay. You gonna connect the Bluetooth?
So I just want everybody to look out for that. I'm trying to jump into my more of my exec bag, you know, where I'm trying to like do shit for other artists, other people that's incarcerated and dope, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to, you know.
That's good. That's a good joint. I like that. I like what you're doing.
I mean, I
that's what's up.
I still want to, you know, make music, of course. But that's good. Fuck that right there.
That's different for sure.
I got another artist, old head. If any old heads out there, she did 38 years in prison. She was sentenced to life. She was a great pianist and singer. Her voice is like phenomenal, like a gospel soul singer. I'm producing her album too, so I do more than rap too.
Okay,
we do different genres over there, you know.
That's what's up, though.
Can't find it.
No, it's right here.
That's really
what's the Bluetooth?
Rodecaster Pro, Rodecaster.
So yeah, she finding that right now. Like we said, this is Mo, you know what I mean? Yeah, saying.
BL Shirelle.
Yeah, I don't see it. But maybe I'll send it to y'all niggas and y'all can play it on another show.
Cause that's a segment I do want to start where we have like a song of the show where somebody, you know, send us their song and well, a few people can, and we pick the one that we like the most. We give them a shout out and we play that. We're gonna have a segment like that.
Yeah.
So our first person can be her.
Yeah, for sure.
Start it off like
that
that.
way y'all can play it. You know, y'all can play it right. You ain't gotta be like, however y'all want to play it.
Yeah, we got you.
You know what I'm saying?
It.
I'm gonna send it though.
We appreciate you coming. You already know. We appreciate it. I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely a good joint. I'm addicted to these. Once they sit right here, I just gotta keep on keeping on.
All right, y'all. Well, everybody follow me. Right. Sign up for my email list if y'all want to, get into the labels called Dodge'emCrow.com. www.dodge'emcrow.com.
All right, got you. Y'all heard her?
Y'all heard that?
It's a non-profit, so I don't know how many y'all need to do the right thing. Sign up for
right,
it. So
it's not always about you and what you going to benefit from it. Damn, pay for it.
Right, thank you.
All right, see y'all. Good looking BL Shirelle.
Thank you.